Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at another competitive match of Warzone, and we're going to go ahead and kind of break it down, look at different perspectives. I did put the information about each of the individual players that we're looking at on screen, and I'll have links in the description so you can go ahead and check them out on Twitch or on YouTube. If you enjoy the video, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you'd like to see a part 3 to this, because there's a total of 5 matches, make sure you hit the like button. Goal on today's video is 6,000 likes, so hopefully we can help you hit that number. If you're brand new, looking to find your way back to my channel for more Call of Duty content, double check, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. So let's go ahead and get into it. So pretty much what we're going to do is try and do this very similar to what we did on the last one, and I might even pause it at certain points. If you guys are unfamiliar with what's going on, this is UnRationaL, and he's playing with his individual team. And they ended up winning the overall event of the total 5 matches, add up all the score, based off a little bit of kills, based off placement. Whoever had the most after the 5 matches won the big bulk of about $250,000 distributed. So there's a lot of money on the line, and they ended up doing pretty well. One thing you're going to notice is like their strategy and how they play. One thing I saw a lot of people comment on when the last video, they're like, well, I'm not really ever going to be in those situations where I'm playing a competitive match, so I don't think some of those things apply to me. In reality, it even applies to you even more, because more often than not, most of the YouTubers you see on YouTube or they're streaming on Twitch, they're able to just run around and destroy the lobby more often than not. Obviously, they have their issues where they're not winning all the time because they're playing super aggro for kills, but how they play in this match is how the average player should potentially be playing if they're actually looking to get more wins in Warzone. Because you have to be a little bit more strategic about your movement. You have to focus on getting your loadout. You got to land safe. You can see that most people aren't landing super in this specific scenario. And as you see from the different perspectives, you're going to see the different strategies. But right here, there's still a minute and a half left in the first zone, and they've already gone and got the loadout. There's a lot of debate whether or not you should be getting an overkill loadout, because odds are you might not be able to get the free loadout because of the poor placement. You can see they're stacked up. They got some money. They're doing a little bit of recons for zone positioning. But those things are a little bit more likely. If I'm a 1.2 KD player, odds are if I'm in an average lobby, most of the people in the lobby are 0.8 up to 1.1. So in reality, everyone is at my skill level. So if I want to win, then I have to play it very similar to this, because everyone in this lobby is like a stacked 2.5, 3 KD, 6, 7 KD. So they're amazing players. Obviously, there's a lot of comms going on in the background. I will pause on certain scenarios, but want to kind of walk through because there is a certain information that they'll talk about that is pretty important. But obviously, it's kind of, so that was the first initial loot. You can see Iron, he already lost. He came back from the gulag. He ended up getting bought back, that type of thing. And you can see he's over here with OP marked, Yeet, and himself. So they're looting over here. Obviously, this is far outside the zone. This is going to end far towards military. You can see they've managed to do one recon, gives them a little bit more information. And the strategy that changes a little bit is that when you are trying to win, positioning becomes the #1 tool. Obviously, if you're a very talented player and there's people on top of prison and they're average to below average, you can still take them out. But odds are if they have the high ground positioning and you have to sprint up to them because of the zones behind your back, you're going to end up with some tricky scenarios where in reality it's just very difficult to win. Obviously, Iron has some incredible stats, 6 KD, 47,000 kills, 3,000 wins he just hit, and he wins half of his matches, so 50%. And then he has 250,000 on Twitch and then YouTube as well. So, and sometimes the numbers might surprise some of you guys as we go through. You're like, damn, someone that good, how do they not have more people watching? Sometimes that's just how it goes. And that's why I like doing these types of videos, because a lot of times you guys can discover people that maybe you never even heard of before, but maybe they vibe with your play style, the way you like to learn how to play. Maybe they vibe with it. It's just kind of how it goes. So the first part of this match starts off a little bit slower than we saw in our previous one, primarily because a lot of people learned from their mistakes in the first one. They played a little bit more passive because they need to keep all the players alive. They focus on specific looting. They focus on getting a loadout, focus on rotating early. And everything comes to a cluster at the end, and it gets very interesting. And that's what's cool about the competitive side of Warzone, is not so much this part. This part is relatively boring when everyone's playing it the right way, because people are going to play very passive. When it gets to the end, if everyone's done it right, it's like any other battle royale. Everyone starts racking up the kills at that point, getting third party, fourth party, fifth party. And it's really about who was able to position well, maybe if they were able to do recons, or they get a little bit of luck on their side. So obviously they got some vehicles. Now they're rotating. Their team has vehicles, so there was 2 in one and 2 in the other, debating if they want to go outside the zone for a late rotation. And in reality, in hindsight, it might have been a little bit more important to get a lot of those recons done. You can see a Bertha's down below. And what you're going to notice is we're going to get some pretty interesting gameplay with an RPG. And that's what ends up being really valuable in these situations. If you have 1 or 2 people with like a javelin, you could easily just cause a havoc on a lot of these vehicles, especially these helicopters. It's very hard to hear a javelin. Maybe that would be the meta in competitive Warzone, because you can see the helicopter from forever away, lock on, do a couple, and it kind of just causes some issues. Obviously, by going over here, they can force a safer loadout. There's only about a minute left, a minute and a half before the free loadout comes in. So by pushing as far to this side of the map as they can, you can strategically force where your loadout's going to be. And then obviously, if 5 of them come down, it gives you a good idea on how many people are in your general vicinity. If it's by itself, likely it's empty. You don't have to really worry about it. So those are all things that matter when it comes to doing these types of things.
There's a team that literally just pulled up right here in a vehicle.
Not a lot of crazy comms right now, because nothing's gotten intense. When it gets to those parts, we're gonna go ahead and rewatch them, because that was one part. Some people were like, "Hey, you know what? I really like how you explain everything," and then some people were like, "Hey, could you let me hear the comms?" So we'll do a little bit of both. Like I said, when those parts are very important. Like right now, they're just posted up, and you're gonna see a lot of players that you guys probably watch on a regular basis play completely different than you're accustomed to seeing them play. Obviously, Iron plays for a lot of wins, so you're going to see him play a little bit like this, because this is a pretty smart way to play it, especially in a competitive format. So you can see someone's rolling up. He got it down. Ooh, that's busted down. They might have to...
Right here.
They might try and res him. Did they get him? They're trying to bait for the teammate, maybe?
Yeah, I probably just want to let him go.
Oh, he got an armor break.
The truck in the ravine, by the way. Chuck.
He wasn't able to jump in. He's like, oh, I got to get going. He just left his teammate. So these are incredibly hard snipes, but at least he has the right weapon out. Obviously, this was during the DMR meta. And what you'll see is people are actually pretty, you know, inconsistent when it comes to vehicles. Some people are going to be super aggro at certain times, but other times you can't be aggro because you can't really afford to use that ammo. And now we're going to be in Frozone scenario. This is actually probably one of the funniest things. Unfortunately, obviously his teammate got hit by the train. But one thing that I will point out is one of their teammates disconnected, and they still ended up placing top 5 in this specific match. So a lot of times skill's important, but everyone can shoot in this lobby. 5.1 KD. I think he's 2nd or 3rd in all of North America for total kills. 1,200 wins. That's an incredibly high amount. 16% win rate. He has only 200 subs off or followers off of Twitch. So if you want to go ahead and drop a follow, pretty chill dude. Streams morning, afternoon, evening, random times. So you're probably going to be able to find him. So I'll definitely go check out that. And then obviously close to 16K over on YouTube.
Try to get self? We get selves. We get selves.
So there they go. And they're going by ground, right? At this moment, kind of limited where they landed, where they looted. You can see at this point, second zone is already going to be starting to close in about 50 seconds. And there's still 117 players left. Through the loadout, so it goes up top. Teammate gets downed. He's going to be able to self. He has to peek, possibly. There it is. That's with the floor loot. But he's just buying time for his teammate to self-revive. Then he can go grab the loadout.
Do I run?
He ended up getting RPG, and he also got, what's it called, restock. So he's got to take off now, because as we've talked about, the gulag becomes incredibly, like, stressful, because a lot of these players, they win, like, their gulag 70 to 90% of the time. Like, super high amounts. Average players probably, like, below 50% they win. But these top players are winning, like, 70, 80, 90% of the time. You can hear the gunfire to the left. They're probably up top shooting still.
Sorry, Jared. Went to Jared.
What happened? I killed him?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think I just need to go safe, right? Somewhere safe?
And look at this rotation.
Maybe just land there.
It's a little bit rough to go over there. The train strat could be very important in these types of things too, if people were able to get them conveniently. And what's funny is when because obviously I have to watch the full gameplay of all of these players, and I watch a few more. I just choose what ends up in the video. It's funny how like people are like, I think that's so and so based off how they're playing. It's pretty interesting. So he got him munitions. He's gonna stock up on his ammo, keep his steady. Fire sale's good instead of the jailbreak that we got last time. So still only 40 teams, 39 other teams, and 102 other players. And 100%, you would never see these players play like this. But keep in mind, when the skill level is if other people in the lobby are as skillful as you can't play as reckless. And that's why it's incredibly important for like some average or, you know, lower than average or slightly above average players, the vast majority of people watching this video, that it's okay to play a little bit slower until you get to the point where you feel comfortable just running around the map. It's not always going to be that way. Obviously, when you run around, you're going to get reckless. You're going to get in bad positions. That's okay if you're comfortable dying that way. See if we can hear anything.
People by me. I'm still going for it.
He's double checking the stuff. They're actually pretty far split, which would unlikely to happen.
They're fighting, dude.
Oh, you can hear the footsteps. No chance. You see, they don't even miss. This guy was split enough. In case you guys don't know who Almond is, he is a very good player. I think he does a lot of wagers, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's an incredibly good player as well. So fire sale's over.
I'm just camping up here now.
And you can see how the playstyle is totally different than what you're used to seeing. And I think this surprises a lot of people because they're like, well, they're kind of camping or they're playing like they're... No, it's just because everyone in the lobby can shoot. And you seen what happened with Almond. He literally turned around for a half second, instantly deleted with the MAC 10 about 18 to 25 meters, somewhere in there. He just got completely deleted.
MAC 10 RPG load on accident, bro.
Did you really?
So he grabbed the wrong loadout by accident, but it ends up paying off. You're going to see it racks up a couple kills, surprisingly.
Honestly, I look, you should have just camped at the bottom in the corner.
Because the other part with the vehicle rotations is a lot of people cannot get their ideal trophy system loot because they're not able to loot quite the same they would normally. So you end up with some other issues with that as well.
So many people do. They're just fighting in military.
All right.
Let me just ping everyone for you.
I'll try and get out of here, bro, if I can.
Look at how far he is apart from his teammate. 800 meters.
Like, move too much and then get shot at. Bro, they have... Bro, this has got to be iron. They have 3 trucks blocking all the doors so nobody can get in.
See, everyone thinks it's iron. That's what I was talking about earlier. They're like, that's got to be iron. Like, I think everyone thinks that, like, iron is... Like, they give a lot of respect to iron, which is kind of good to see. I know sometimes people hate on the play style, but I think most good players give him a lot of respect because they can't, like, have the patience to do what he does on a regular basis.
God damn it, man.
Or at least they choose not to, right? They'd rather just play fast, get some kills. Kind of how it goes.
You can do it.
Bro, they called it a loadout to block a door.
Fucking strats, bro.
They blocked it. Wow, dude, these guys are elite.
I'm telling you, bro. These guys know what the fuck they're doing. I'm grabbing this bounty.
It's gotta be iron in them. But you're ghosted, right? So that's kind of good.
I'm not ghosted. I've restocked.
No, I think at this point, Iron and them, they're actually at the top building, the apartment building, by the subway. I'm pretty sure if I recall. Look at this. This is where it gets interesting. Look at those three vehicles. So they're all driving. They're probably shooting each other on the left. I think one of those vehicles is actually Husker, Symphony, and JoeWo. He almost died here. Like, it could have been really bad. The Bertha's coming across. You can see the other vehicles rolling up on them. Just perfect lead. Boom. Destroyed. Down. That was Tommy. So that's the part 2 of Ullman's teammate.
That's the bounty. Kill him.
Got him. That was the bounty as well. He's laughing because that's such a troll way to die. Like, obviously, with all this gun skill, they use an RPG, you know? At least he's racked up on money. They both have self-revive. They are very split. But he's going to be able to clean up some kills here. What do you do? And Noobs was with them. So he wiped out their whole team. He literally eliminated their whole team from this particular match.
You're fucking sexy ass to me, bro. RationaL's on my hill.
He's just laughing.
No one is on this hill.
Thoughts on Fire Husk?
All right, so here we go. We got JoeWo. He got 1 kill. I think he won the gulag against Lucci, if I remember right.
All of these hangars have cars in them.
And
all of them.
Yeah,
Huskers tries to land back. Lands hot.
Yeah.
They're trying to debate where are they going to
Unless
land.
we like try to hold down maybe this house.
So you'll listen to it,
Nah,
and
that's
then we'll
deep
talk
too.
about it.
Maybe I can yoink a heli, dude. Why not?
It gets very tough to make these decisions at this
I don't
late
even
game.
know.
Even though it's not late game, it's mid game.
I don't know here, boys. Fuck. You think anyone's in this one? There's no car at that one.
Definitely.
I mean,
But
I can.
again, we need guns.
That's still edge again.
See the double vehicle right below him? That's guaranteed. Somebody's there. The Bertha.
I don't
That's not a
either.
Bertha spawn. Somebody's got to be there.
Thoughts on here? There's a
I mean, it's just
structure.
so edge. There's a truck there. We'll
Yeah.
die. Is that probably gonna get in the truck?
So everyone's back.
I mean, I can just drop there and just hope.
Yeah.
I feel like we just gotta go in the building's military mid. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think we
Wait,
should go
wait,
Millie.
what?
Look at the last
We gotta
minute
go
the
military
decision
somewhere. If we go
change.
to one of these, we're dead. We have to go millie. I don't know which part, but we have to go millie.
Okay.
We have to just hope for guns.
Luck.
Just be careful. You guys are low. People are gonna
Yeah.
be nothing this.
I just got shot at a lot.
Oh my god, they're using that compound.
Yeah.
And that guy.
He's down.
I don't even know.
So you take there?
I mean, I'm safe in here, but I don't know.
Yo, the underneath the little mini tower, the door was closed.
I can
I'll try to
grab
ping
it.
That's sniped. Yeah. All right, so you Joe.
So now they're debating, do they get a most wanted?
What is it?
Normally,
yeah.
without a power
Yeah.
position, you would not
Yeah.
grab a most wanted.
Yeah.
But in this specific spot, one of the nice things about it is
Yeah, most
pretty
wanted
much
reflection.
if anyone pushes you to try and get you out of the
I
game,
don't know, you can't really.
they're going to end up putting themselves in a bad spot because so many people can be in a bad spot.
I know, like I just. don't
So
even know
this
if I
could be
should
the
even
meta,
rotate
right?
out of
Like
here,
grab
like,
one of
what should I do?
those,
Just stay in
just
here?
bring back your team, try to land somewhere safe,
Yeah,
and nobody's going to
probably.
challenge you, or at least the vast majority of time. I think we've
There's
seen a
crates
couple
and
of
stuff
these
near me, though, but-
throughout all the ones we've seen, and this will actually run out. It'll be able to get back the teammate.
Please don't wall
Just
bang me.
wait here passively. You do have to kind of move just a little bit because you could get wall banged if somehow somebody had FMG or something like that. FMJ.
Probably.
So you're just kind of waiting it out. And that's all you can do. And you'll end up with 3,000. Make
Yeah,
it back
they
to
just
their
jump.
loadout. Get
100
involved.
footsteps
And you guys know who
Yo.
these guys are. Most of you guys, I'm sure. Huskers, Symphony, JoeWo. They are absolutely disgusting at the game in every
This
possible
pops,
way.
You can maybe get
He
lucky
obviously
to,
is
like,
known
face
more
one.
for his movement, playing solo
I
quads,
just hope these cars don't rush me down, 'cause then I'm
and
super
racking up
shocked.
kills. You can see the two Berthas are rotating now. So they
Let's
rotated
try
to the
that
building
out.
together. They both
No.
jumped out. You can see the other Berthas are kind of positioning, and that's all you're really doing. You're just waiting passively, waiting,
one
waiting,
mid
waiting.
40.
And like in a regular
Dude, if
match,
you wall
would
break
never,
this,
ever,
I
I
ever
don't
see
think they're
this.
gonna push you because they probably think it's too risky since they're like center zone.
Yeah.
So
Lose their spot.
But from this hill, I'm scared that they just run in like right here.
Yep.
yeah, I don't know. They'll probably hold edge zone unless they like WK with vehicles.
See what he's saying is like it's very difficult for somebody to actually push you because then they'd have to forfeit a good
Maybe
position.
if
The
he
only
gets
way
us
they'd
off,
get
we-
pushed right
like, if
here
Lodi's not
is
safe,
if
we
somebody
just
was
land on
outside
Joe
the
and,
zone
like,
and
hit
had
the
to
chest
push
next to him.
through them. But with
Honestly,
where the
guys,
zone's
there's a
at,
truck
they still have
fire.
40
I'm about to say,
seconds left.
I would scout fire, but I hope this isn't close to me.
It ends up being
that
perfect
sucks. If I
timing
knew
because
that
by
guy
the
was
time
in
this
the
would
house,
over, it'd
my
be
God,
loadout,
I was
and then they can land on the loadout.
I know that was just a super Shock rotation.
P90 just timed out, bro.
It's hard to get
Dude,
in the rotation
this
too,
is
because
so
in the
hard. I just
vehicles,
wanna
the
fight
open
people, man,
vehicles,
but
it's very hard.
We got 250k. I'm gonna put intelligent.
There's no fighting in this, mate.
Yep.
Just all position and holding.
Yep. True. I will channel all of my passion at post.
You hear the fighting?
post
Can it
tournament.
not
I'll
even
give
gonna
all my
peek it?
passion later. Please, man, please.
How much time?
20 seconds.
I mean, Haas, we get a loading.
Gulag's closed.
Check how safe it is, Joe.
Right.
So unless people
I'm
are getting
gonna probably
bought
die,
back,
though,
they're going to be the
'cause
highest
I-
ones in the sky coming in.
I'm pushing behind.
So obviously that's what happens there. Not much until they land. It's pretty safe. Now we're back with UnRationaL. You can see they're getting off. Nasty snipe. He's covering. Oh, his teammate, he couldn't get him. He ends up getting another down. So now it's a 2. He has to self-revive. This gets pretty hectic.
No,
They're going to try and save the self. He tapped him in. Will that become valuable later? We'll have to wait and see.
sniping from southeast. I need to get that satchel.
There's still 59 players in this tiny zone. You can see the 2 Berthas on this side and then the Bertha behind him. He actually got an armor hit there.
Nice.
Body hit.
We can rotate one more up.
If you get it down like that, it's
The wall or what?
3 Berthas, 2 Ellie's.
very unfortunate.
I need plates.
I have a plate box.
There's a munitions there as well.
Rotate either right side or left side.
Let's
We
go
can
right.
rotate left. Okay.
Well, if we get left, we can try to work that
You
by.
could go to the little hut.
Yeah, we gotta go for it. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
I gotta smoke if we start shooting
He's
at us.
coming.
Look at the timing.
Car here.
Heard you.
Oh god.
Look at all these guys.
Downed him.
Good job.
Come on.
Cleaned up the kill. That was Frozone. Frozone comes back though.
Great bush.
That's fire team because they left those Berthas. They're gone.
We got 8
That's
right
fire. I'm watching left is
Him in the tower.
tower.
See how powerful those vehicles end up becoming, especially when you're stacked. It becomes very valuable. The ability you're able to move. See, he's peeking all the different edges.
Bro, those Berthas are literally
think
2
someone
free
would-
kills, bro. Those Berthas are free
Do we
kills.
try to work
Shut
that
up.
by at all?
I got literally C4s and they're both hugging.
Oh no, they're on the buy. Okay.
See, one thing that could be meta as well is placing the precision perfectly so it hits the vehicles without them getting an alert.
Yeah, running from the
Even
buy.
though we don't have high ground, but we
I
sit here.
cracked one on this Bertha.
Yeah, you 100% stay there.
Yep.
You both have a gas mask?
I do, yeah. They
How many
just res.
plates do you have?
I have 8 and I have an armor box.
Drop me a couple. I'll make 2.
I can pop armor box and we can just drop.
No, just drop me the plates.
Still 35 players in the zone.
I dropped
Normal
it.
zone, this would be like 8 to 12.
On the-
We can just pick them up. There shouldn't be anyone coming from behind.
Okay.
We cleared that, so we just
It
gotta
should
look
be
forward.
impossible to come behind you. Unless they come from the tower. Right there, yeah. Look behind you one more time, and after that, it should be impossible.
There's no one there. You already killed them.
Okay.
12.
They just rezzed again.
Our team's in the safe zone. Do you see him? A little to the left by the red dot. Yeah.
Fly mark.
That's a free kill. That's a free kill.
Dodge.
See, somebody just came out the ground. Or was it the sky, right?
He almost collided.
He's in a dangerous spot. That was a dangerous peak.
I'm healing.
Okay.
Still 25 players.
You have a C4?
Look at that flank.
Sniping from.
Will the guy get out though?
Guy flying in.
That guy flying in was Frozone's teammate. He ends up buying back Frozone.
Down the bird.
Oh, we got the driver.
Nice.
Close. On the rock.
On the left.
They're all getting beat up there.
On left.
And Frozone ends up gliding in the air with Rallied.
Down one behind.
That rose guy you were shooting at, Nick.
So here we go. We got Yeet, 5 KD, 24,000 kills, 1,700 wins, 63% win rate, 9,700 on Twitch, and 108 on YouTube. Not K, 108 total.
Yeah, I'm not pushing that.
So right now it's Yeet and OP Mark. Gotten tons of damage, but you can't finish your kills in this mode. Got the kill there.
Got him.
Close to them is the Huskers and Symphony.
On the wall, on the wall, on the wall, on the wall.
Gas. I got self.
He didn't have a gas mask. If he had a gas mask, he probably could have made an outplay here. That's the problem with not being able to get fully looted, is you can end up in a terrible spot. He's plating right here. OP Mark got back up. He does have a riot shield for late game.
You gotta play replacement here. There's 2 people fighting me.
Frozone landed on the roof.
To my left, to my left.
He could hear him on the left. Pretty sure this is the Huskers.
Play replacement, you got it. Nice.
That was Rallied, who landed earlier.
Still that team in this. If you have
Or
a
I
full
guess
team, you might be able
he
to
got
get
bought back.
a full kill.
You can call around. He's gonna need you for that.
He might have been able to self-revive if he went there quicker,
Good stuff, kid.
but the zone already started moving.
Play you.
Third place, good stuff, Yeet.
And here it is.
3v1, do one.
Nice try.
So you're gonna watch the kill cam. So he's peeking the left side. If they had a gas mask, then he makes the long play around the wall. So right here, we'll go ahead and look at it real quick. So right here, if he has a gas mask, he makes his play. He could even probably res marked, and then he would be able to run all the way around the edge here, maybe, and then maybe peek, or play some kind of gas mask play. Because right now it's very predictable, and he could have maybe had himself in a 1v1, which you'll see right here. We'll go ahead and watch this last part again.
He's gonna need you for that.
See, it took a little while. This guy would have been killed. Easy. Huskers was just waiting it out, but he couldn't get res because the wall here. And if he has a gas mask, he can make the play where he goes from the center part all the way to the right and keeps the high ground and has a potential to win. So these things is moment-to-moment decisions and not being set up properly. Right here, he ends up low health because he doesn't have a gas mask. He was debating going this way, ends up jumping the wall, decides to push back, and it's too late. He fired his weapon. The other guy is already in position. And you can see the kill cam here. He sees UnRationaL get in a fight with a Frozone. And then he just ends up hitting him over the wall. But like I said, if he was able to go all the way around this left side, he has a hard cover where he can actually position on them. They're probably going to be able to hit him. They got some smokes. So there's a lot going on. But yeah, this was a pretty crazy match. You guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you'd like to see a part 3. Let me know by hitting the like button. Goal on today's video is 6,000 likes. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, double check. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Also, a reminder, go ahead and check them out. Links are all in the description. Appreciate the support on the channel. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.